Did you hear about the 62-year-old woman who tricked her husband into having a baby and now she's facing felony fraud charges? Mary Beth Lewis from Buffalo, New York always wanted a big family. She already had 5 daughters from her husband Bob, but when they grew up, she became restless. She decided she wanted to raise more children, so at the age of 49, she began IVF treatments and gave birth to twin girls. After the death of her mother and one of her daughters, Mary Beth became obsessed with having even more children. She kept getting pregnant until she couldn't get pregnant anymore, leaving her with 13 children. She asked her husband Bob to have even more children, and he said that he was finished. But she wasn't. And she remembered that she still had frozen embryos from her IVF journey, and she said she didn't want to destroy them. Although she knew that she couldn't carry a baby anymore, she decided to go ahead and use a surrogate. And she went back to her husband Bob, and he said no again. But she didn't care. She forged his signature on the legal papers and hired a surrogate to carry their baby. The surrogate became pregnant with twins, and at 62 years old, Mary Beth began preparing for her 14th and 15th babies, and she was so excited. She bought cribs, baby clothes, and began preparing everything around her house, and her husband was looking at her like, "What are you doing?" When Mary Beth received word that her surrogate had went into labor, she rushed to the hospital. Instead of being handed her babies, she was told that she wasn't allowed to take them home. The hospital had somehow discovered that she lied on the legal documents and forged her husband's signatures, and they had called the police. Now she's facing charges for felony fraud, and she lost her nursing job. But her family says they knew it was coming. Her husband was tired. Her older daughters were tired too from helping her raise all these other kids. When Mary Beth said raising children gave her purpose, her family knew she was never going to stop. Her last set of twins were placed in foster care, and she has to wait for the courts to decide whether she's a criminal or a mom. What do you think of this story? Leave a comment to let me know. I'm Te-Erika with the T. Follow for more.